I've sold over $1.7 million on Etsy, and this is my advice for making your next 12 months the best year you've ever had on Etsy. Now, I talk to hundreds of Etsy sellers every month who've scaled their shops to over $10,000 a month. And in today's video, I'm breaking down exactly how you can do this too. No fluff, just 5 clear strategies that are working on Etsy right now. So tip number 1 is to not pick a niche, but to pick a customer. Most Etsy sellers are obsessed with this idea of niches, but niches don't buy, people do. And you need to build your shop for a profitable customer, not a trendy label or a niche. Think about who spends the most. What do they already love? What do they already spend their time and their money on? What other brands are they loyal to? And focus there. We want to be designing for a lifestyle, not a specific product category. And your brand should really look like it belongs all over their Pinterest boards or in their favorite boutique. And this is how you'll sell to customers who want to keep coming back over and over. So tip number 2 is to win the scroll with better thumbnails. And we have to remember, if our photo does not stop the scroll, nothing else matters. We want to be using natural light, no artificial lighting, lifestyle mock-ups, clean composition, and high contrast. And remember, the thumbnail is your first impression. So if it looks bland or if it looks too busy, game over. Search the main 2 keywords that you want to be found for. Scroll through search results. Ask yourself, would I click on my own listing? Tip number 3 is to drive external traffic, especially from Facebook and Pinterest. Relying on Etsy search results, it's like opening a store and then hoping someone walks in. Instead, we need to be driving traffic daily. Facebook groups are amazing. Pinterest, it's, I would say, one of the most underused gold mines for traffic. And remember, this is not about spamming people. This is really about showing up where your customer is already hanging out and is looking for a solution to their problem, and surprise, you are the solution. And if you're thinking, I heard Etsy doesn't want me to drive traffic, they created share and save links to incentivize you driving traffic. They want you driving traffic. So do this because your competition likely isn't. And then tip number 4 is to not copy bestsellers. And here's why. You might think that going on Etsy, finding some bestsellers and copying them, but tweaking it just a little bit will guarantee your success. It really doesn't, because Etsy is 6 to 8 months behind on trends. And by the time you see something working on Etsy, it is old news. If you want to win, you have to lead. So instead, we want to be looking outside of Etsy for trend ideas, and we want you to be the one to bring those to the platform. This is what's driving the success of 90% of my elite inner circle members who are doing the highest volume. It's paying attention to what's not yet on Etsy. So no more copying what's ranking at the top of search results. All right, tip number 5 is to redefine your product mix with strategy. And this means more listings does not mean more money. What matters is your strategic product mix. We actually have a framework for your product mix. It's about having different listings with different purposes. One of those types of listings that I do talk about on YouTube is loss leaders. But the idea is not having different products like a pillow, a mug, a blanket. It's about having different purposes behind your listings. So for example, a loss leader, it's a low price point, lower margin item. You're not going to lose money on it. Maybe you're making $1 per transaction, but the entire purpose of that is order velocity. It increases the number of orders in your shop every day. When you have an increase in order velocity, those other listings that haven't been selling, they start to rank higher as well, and it lifts up the rest of your shop. I recommend thinking about every product in your shop like a player on your basketball team. Every listing or every player serves a purpose. We have some really tall, big players that rebound, knock people over. We have some shorter, faster players who, move the ball quickly. We have some people who are great at passing. We have some people who are great with assists, right? These are your products. Some products are great with increasing complementary orders or driving up multi-item orders. If a product does not serve a purpose in the shop, it is dead weight and we need to get it out of there. So over the next 12 months, just remember this, the time is going to pass either way, and you could either keep tweaking and hoping and binge watching YouTube videos, or you can start designing and creating a shop for high value customers. And you can stop the scroll with those killer thumbnails. You can drive your own traffic every day. You can lead trends fans into Etsy instead of chasing them down, and you can build a product mix that actually works. Now, if you want to learn more about the Pinterest strategy that I was talking about, definitely check out this next video. I think it'll help you out a lot. And I will see you over there.